Hello and welcome to Beijing Review's new series, Reinterpreting Chinese Classics. On September the 28th in the year 551 BC, the great Chinese philosopher Confucius was born in Qufu, a city in eastern China's Shandong province. As today marks the 2571st anniversary of his birth, in this episode, we will be examining a literary quotation about Confucius that President Xi Jinping used in October 2015 when he visited a Confucius Institute in the UK. Learning without satiety and instructing others without being wearied. Confucius was a great thinker and educator during the spring and autumn period, as well as the founder of Confucianism, or the School of Literati, as it's known by Western scholars. In Confucianism, Sheng, being holy in a moral way, is regarded as the most ideal personal quality, while Ren, or benevolence, is the highest moral standard. The quotation tells a story about Confucius, that once when he was described being a man who was holy and benevolent, he modestly replied that he only succeeded in learning without satiety and instructing others without being wearied. In the face of admiration, Confucius remained modest and kept learning assiduously. This is his criterion for teaching others, and is a code of conduct he applied to himself, which he demonstrates both his personal style and his professional ethics as a teacher. At the same time, Confucius' concept of providing education for all people without discrimination was of epoch-making significance in the history of Chinese education. It advocates no distinction between high and low birth and disregards national boundaries. All those with a desire to learn should be granted access to education, creating a precedent for the popularization of education. Although over 2,500 years has passed, Confucius' ideas on education have maintained far-reaching influence. In 2004, Chinese and overseas cooperation led to the establishment of the world's first publicly funded international Chinese language teaching organization known as the Confucius Institute. Over the past 16 years, Confucius Institutes have provided Chinese language learning services to tens of millions of students around the world. The institutes are among the important channels for understanding Chinese civilization and traditional Chinese culture, and have become bridges between China and foreign countries and platforms for multicultural exchanges and dialogues.